I scaled my social media marketing agency from $0 to $28,000 within the first 7 weeks of starting my agency. This means I had no prior skills and no previous experience, right? As a complete beginner. And now I've achieved freedom within reason, financial freedom. I can essentially buy whatever I want. I don't look at the prices at the grocery store or restaurants or anything like that. I can't buy a supercar or a yacht, day-to-day things. I can essentially buy whatever I want. And also freedom, I can work wherever I want. I went to places like Greece, Bali, Thailand. I even took my family to Thailand, going to Dubai in the next couple of months as well. And I'm not just saying this to brag. I'm trying to show you that this is possible and you can do it rather quickly and faster than you can imagine. All right. So I want to propose to you why starting a service-based business or a social media marketing agency is the best business you can start right now, beginning of 2025. And I want to show you why and essentially give you some points I want to discuss in this video. So number one, let's just hop straight into it. The ever widening gap. So the wealth gap is growing rapidly, with the top 1% owning more than 50% of global wealth. This creates massive opportunities for those ready to take action. So essentially, what this means is that the wealth gap is increasing. So those who have and those who have not. The have yachts and the have nots, all right? The gap is increasing. This means those people who have wealth, a lot of money, they are just getting more wealthy. They're just making more money. And those who have no money are just getting poorer and, having less and less money. But this creates an opportunity. Within every circumstance where chaos arises, there's a possibility of opportunity, right? You can come in, right, as someone who doesn't have money yet, and you go to these wealthy people and say, yo, you have money, right? And you don't have time, because a lot of wealthy people, they don't want to waste time on anything really. They just want to do what they want to do. And they would rather pay someone money to do the stuff they don't want to do. And this is where you can come in. You can provide them with social media marketing agency or social media services with your agency, right? You can charge money, you use your own time. And this is a perfect exchange because they have money, but they don't have time. You have time and you don't have money. So it's literally a perfect logical conclusion. It's a perfect logical exchange or close, whatever. Every single business needs social media marketing. So this leads me to my second point. Marketing is the lifeblood of any business. Marketing is essential for any business to grow. Without it, businesses fail, which is why entrepreneurs are willing to pay premium prices for someone to handle it for them. So every single business needs marketing. This is like if you are under $100,000 per month, literally no one knows about you. This is a note to self as well. I'm under $100,000 a month, right, with my business at the moment. In the future, definitely going to be more than that. But the only reason we are not there yet is because not enough people know about our solution. That's literally the only thing. It's not about your close rate, although that can help, like your offer or the subject line in your email. It's nothing like that. It's because you're not doing enough volume. And volume essentially means you're not sending enough emails, not doing enough ads, not creating enough content around your solution and the problem you can solve. All right? That's essentially it. You're not doing that enough. You should just up the volume. If you're under $100,000 a month, just increase the volume. So send more DMs, send more emails, do more content, spend more money on ads. That's all it is, all right? It's not about having the best service, although that's obviously important. That's not the main bottleneck. That's not the thing that's keeping you stuck. It's volume, okay? And with that said, number 3, 500,000 new businesses every single month. Hear this stat. So according to the US Census, an average of 503,000 new businesses are registered in the US every single month. So every single one of them needs marketing to survive and thrive. So obviously, as I mentioned, marketing is the lifeblood of every single business. $100,000 a month, obviously extremely good money. It's all marketing. It's not really the product. If you want to get to $1 million a month, then it becomes product, word of mouth, that kind of thing. All right, because it just costs so much to acquire a new customer that you need positive word of mouth to go out and, essentially other people promoting your product for free, just by delivering such a good service to them that they tell other people. So essentially that marketing is free because, to tell someone else, buy this guy's services, that's free marketing. That's how you scale exponentially. One guy tells two tell four, 16, it just exponentially grows. Every single month in the US alone, and it's every single month, 503,000 new businesses are being registered, and every single one of them needs marketing. And you are telling me social media marketing is saturated? Are you kidding me? 503,000 new businesses every single month. In 2 months, that's 1 million, and you only need let's say 5 paying you $5,000 a month. 5 of them. You're telling me you can't get 5 out of the 503,000 new businesses? 5 of them paying you $5,000 a month. If you put it in that context, I'm not trying to put you down or say, oh, you're this loser, can't sign clients, nothing like that. It's I'm just showing you the context, and just it's logical. If you can't get 5 people, there's a lot of people out there, a lot of new businesses. So 5 of them paying you $5,000 every single month, that's $25,000 per month for your business. And agency is pretty recurring as well. So, like a coaching business or a consulting business, if they pay up front, you have to get new clients every single month. But with an agency, you sign one client, and one of our clients literally has stayed with us for a year straight. And they pay us $9,000 a month. So 9 times 12, right? $108,000. One client paying you 6 figures. One client, $108,000. So yeah, it's extremely lucrative. There's an abundance of opportunity. If you believe that social media marketing agency or SMMA or whatever you want to call it is saturated, it will be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like you will believe that, then you will start to act like that, and then you will say, oh, look, there isn't any businesses out there who need marketing. Like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like what you believe will come true. And number 5, you don't need expertise, just effort. Business owners with money often don't want to handle marketing themselves. Like they don't want to do it. They have other things to focus on, like, the product and actually delivering an amazing service or experience, right? Even if you're on the same skill level as them, they just want someone to do it for them, and they'll pay you well to take it off their plate. You don't need expertise, just effort. You think you'd have to become this absolute wizard when it comes to Facebook ads or organic content or marketing in general. Like you think you need to become this crazy guru who's just like amazing at what they do. Obviously, it's very important to be good at what you do, but you far exceed how much you think you need. All right, you don't need as much. And as I mentioned, some of these business owners, they can do it pretty well, but they just want someone else to do it for them, and they will also teach you as well. Like they will say, oh, do this, do that. Obviously they don't want someone who's completely incompetent. Like you need to know what you're doing, but like it's not really the main thing. As I mentioned, it's just about marketing. Like you just need to sign more clients. And there's another problem that exists where these social media marketing agency, or like these agency owners or whatever, they think that when they sign one client, they just need to focus heavily on this client, just perfect the service, give all their time and attention to this one client, which is complete BS. Because what you want to do is sign at least like 5 to 10 clients, because then you know what good is. If you just have one client, you don't have all the feedback necessary to know what a good service even requires. Sign 5 clients, then you realize, okay, this worked with one client. I can replicate this exact service for another client, and they'll get similar results, and they'll get feedback way quicker. So don't focus on one client. Sign like 5 clients, and then you'll realize, okay, you'll get constant feedback on where you can improve, where your services are lacking, everything like that. Number 6, the service-based business advantage. So starting an agency doesn't require inventory, like with, dropshipping or e-com, expensive equipment. You literally need only your time, or large upfront costs. Nothing like that. You don't have to buy a warehouse or anything like that. You can start with just your time and skills. That's all. And the time part, obviously you have that. And then skills, you only need like 20 hours to become proficient at any skill. 20 hours. So if you can put one 10-hour day, second 10-hour day, you are like 80% there. And as I mentioned with the previous one, you don't need expertise, just effort. You don't have to be better than your client when it comes to marketing. Although that's preferable, you don't have to be. They just want someone to take it off their plate, and they would pay money for that. All right, they will give you like the SOPs and the training and everything like that to just like guide you in the right direction. Like you don't need to be an expert. You can't lose with starting an agency. You can't lose because you're only using your time, and in that time you might lose the time, but you are improving your skill set. So you literally can't lose. And number 7, so my game plan essentially. So it's high profit margins and big opportunities. So service-based businesses have a very high profit margin of 70 to 80%. So let's say you sign a client for $1,000, you keep like $750. All right, out of those 1,000, and you outsource the actual service for $250. So you are essentially just the middleman. And a lot of big companies are like this. Uber, that's just like top of my head, the first example. Like they don't actually own the cars. Like the driver owns the car, and they get a specific fee. Even like all of these big companies, really, like the Apple Store, the Apple Store, they take 30% of the revenue of a specific app on the App Store. So let's say you have an App Store selling it for $10 a month. Apple takes 30% of that, so $3, and they are essentially just providing you with the platform. Like Uber is just providing the software and the app to you. Like they're not really doing much. Obviously they designed the software, it's very expensive and all of that, but after the initial cost, like there's no real extra costs. They don't have the cars, they don't have any inventory, nothing like that. All these softwares, and that's a new form of leverage, like Naval mentions. It's software and media. Like with media, like with this video I'm shooting, it only takes my time. There's no upfront inventory. Obviously I bought the camera and I did some research and stuff like that, but like you don't even need this camera. Like you can use your iPhone. People might say, oh, but I'm wasting my time. but you are improving your skill set. So it's actually not a waste of time. Listen up. This is very, very important. You want a very high profit margin business because, profit is really like the main thing. Revenue is like an ego number. It's like, oh, I make this much, but actually how much are you keeping? That's the money that's actually in your bank account. So here's my plan. I'll be saving as much money as possible in the next 1 to 2 years, and start of 2026, I'm going to start dollar cost averaging into crypto, and like more stable coins like, Bitcoin, Ethereum, that kind of thing. Maybe some meme coin plays here and there, which I've done as well. But like majority, I would say 90% is stable coins like Bitcoin mostly, like literally just Bitcoin and Ethereum in 2020, end of 2025 and beginning 2026. So this year is extremely important. All right. You want to make as much money this year. This is how it goes. You first get a skill, and then you monetize that skill through an agency. The skill might be content creation, and then you start an agency around content creation and helping people with their content, whatever. And then you ultimately teach people that skill, which is exactly what I'm doing, right? So it's a lucrative business model. People make more money from teaching the actual skill than the skill because it's more leveraged. Like you actually have media and software playing to your advantage. Naval mentioned the two newest forms of leverage is media and software, and we are using that. I'm using media right now, and I'm using software with our school community. Okay, and you can check that out down below. In I think the last 2 weeks, our community brought in $80,000 in the last in the month of Jan. I believe it's like $80,000, if not more, because people aren't sharing. So our community is just like absolutely amazing. It's a perfect spot for people to learn the skill of that I just mentioned: social media marketing agency, content creation, how to craft your offer, how to choose the right niche to go to. Like these things are constantly changing, and you need to constantly adapt. And we are providing you with the latest, trends and everything like that, where you can essentially pivot your agency to make as much money in the next 1 to 2 years. And that ties into my point right now. You want to make as much money in the next 1 to 2 years because you want to roll that into crypto and investments. Okay, first learn a skill, which we teach literally in the School of Athens, which is down below. It's a free community, and there's also a paid one. If you want to join the paid one, you can just hop on a call with me, see if you're the right fit, and then we can accept you there. The paid one is obviously just more exclusive, access to all of the modules, more tight-knit community. We're doing events, retreats, travels, stuff like that. So yeah, in the next 1 to 2 years, you want to make as much money as possible, and then you want to roll all of that profits over into investments. So monetize your skill, and then you want to let money work for you. So multiply your cash. Make cash, multiply cash, and you do that in the next 1 to 2 years. And the best business to start is a social media marketing agency because of all the previous points I just mentioned. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want, any updates or any more information on how you can start your own social media marketing agency, you can just schedule a call with me down below. You can join the free community, get some value there, and if that's good enough, once you've solved your problem from 0 to 1, obviously the next step is to join the paid community and go from 1 to 10 and make $20,000-$30,000 a month. As I mentioned, travel the world, financial freedom, all of that. Save as much money with these high profit margin businesses, and then roll all of that profits into crypto, and then you become wealthy and you can chill on the beach and drink margaritas. Okay, so that's the game plan. Not the last part, but yeah, hopefully you enjoy this one, and then I'll see you on the next video.